Hello, welcome to this your channel of the Beta Eurofan. Text me. After the rocking performance offered to us by the girls of Reiley in last year's contest, in which unfortunately they got disqualified in the semi-finals, Denmark gets on with its participation, hoping to improve their result after 2 consecutive disqualifications to the finals. Let's take a look at the artists that will have the mission of representing the Scandinavian nation on the main stage of Liverpool. Let's go! For today's episode, I'm going to review the Danish entry for Eurovision 2023, which will be represented by singer Reiley with the song Breaking My Heart. We start by checking out a little the biography and career of this young performer before starting his Eurovision adventure. Rani Petersen, mostly well known as Reiley, is a Danish singer and pianist, and specifically Faroese, as he comes from the Faroe Islands, an autonomous territory of Denmark. He is particularly known for being a social media influencer, especially on TikTok, in which his covers of existing songs have earned him a great legion of followers on his official account. In 2019, he will travel to London and Los Angeles to start recording his own music, and he will get a record deal with a well-established British-American record label the following year. He has 4 singles composed by himself released to date, having pending to release his debut studio album. Now let's see how he gets the opportunity of representing his country on British soil. As usual, the Danish public broadcaster will organize what it went to be the 53rd edition of their national final Dance Melody Grand Prix, which picks the Danish representative at Eurovision. The submission period was opened in early September of last year for Danish artists and songwriters to send their proposals, which lasted until late October. The 8 artists that will participate in the national final were announced later in mid-January, being Reiley among the chosen artists. It's remarkable to say that his participation was at risk before the competition will take place, as there was a post on his Instagram account revealing himself that he sang his entry at a musical festival held in Seoul, South Korea in last October. This was seen as a violation of the competition rules, which states that the participating songs must have not been performed or released publicly prior to the competition without the broadcaster's permission, which would imply a disqualification of the artist. A few days later, after the thorough investigation of the facts from the broadcaster, they confirmed that Reiley will still participate in the competition, taking into account that the live performance did not gain a competitive advantage from the other participants, and has not had an influence of the Danish audience towards the competition. The final show took place in mid-February, where the 3 most voted artists from the public will qualify to the super final, and then the winner will be determined from these 3 super finalists with the combination of the votes of the jury and the public. Reiley will progress as one of the super finalists after the first round of voting, and later in the super final, the voting results in the second round revealed that Reiley was the absolute favorite from the jury, while he was the second most voted artist from the public, gaining subsequently the victory in the national final, being the first Faroese artist that will represent Denmark with a ticket to Liverpool. A love dilemma is presented this time. Now here comes the analysis according to what he has presented in his proposal. Melodically speaking, it's a synth-pop song, very reminiscent of the songs of the genre in the 1980s. That is noticeable as well with the synthesizer voices heard in the chorus, and Reiley's voice was good overall. The lyrics came from a romantic relationship he had, becoming toxic with the time. He has commented that he had written it some time ago and put it in a folder, until he decided to make it into the song when he thought about partaking in the Danish national final. Reading the lyrics in detail, those constant ups and downs in the relationship are evident, getting into a never-ending vicious circle to describe it in some way. Some of us have experienced that in our lives. One day everything goes great, and the following day everything gets too conflicted to the point to be unsustainable. In his particular case, he knew that this person was not good for him, but still wanted to come in back regardless. As the chorus says he's not scared of loving that person, but of feeling heartbroken and disappointed. Once again, this kind of songs does not have a message itself but an emotional state, stating that dilemma some people have of keeping going with a relationship despite being conscious that person is no good for us, or break that vicious circle to turn the page and move forward. Having reviewed the song, now I'm going to go analyze the official music video released for this proposal. The plot in this case is simple but effective. Throughout the music video, many alternate shots are seen, with close-ups of Reiley being in many rooms, with different colors and patterns, wearing matching t-shirts as well. The blue one is the first one seen with stairs and clouds, representing the calm and peaceful moments of the relationship. Later, the pink one is seen with white clouds, representing those moments of love intimacy, much compared to the feelings of falling in love. From the second verse, the green one is seen with white hearts, coming to attention that Reiley's t-shirt has a brushstroke of black paint, maybe representing those moments when the relationship gets complicated and the conflicts begin. Then the purple one is seen with black stripes, representing the dark and stormy moments of the relationship. During the bridge, the white one is seen with a starry space view, maybe representing that limbo when he feels lost and not knowing what to do. The curious thing is that all these alternate shots in the different rooms reflects about that vicious circle described in the lyrics. In the final chorus, Reiley is seen in the green room taking a brush with black paint, and the next thing he does is strike through all the white hearts of the room in many different ways. I can see it like the uncountable times he has been heartbroken and have tried again regardless. In fact, the music video ends with a close-up of him and the whole room with all of the white hearts strike through in black. Making a summary of the comments, the Danish entry for this year is not bad. It's not particularly of my personal taste, but it's not a bad track. However, it's about to see how he can convince the audience with his proposal. Recalling the staging in the national final, there is developed a quite similar concept from the music video. It starts with Reiley performing the first verse, where a big heart silhouette is seen behind him, which breaks into just before the chorus. In the visual graphics, the imagery of the room singing the music video are seen, while some dancers join him on the stage doing a choreography. It's remarkable, by the way, that Reiley wears a casual outfit with pink and white, where broken or strike-through hearts are seen, while the dancers are wearing black sweaters and blue jeans with broken hearts too. By the bridge, almost all the stage gets in dark to reflect the same starry space view from the music video, and by the last chorus, sparkle columns are seen, with an energetic feature of the spotlights, while the previous visual graphics are seen alternated in the screens. It comes to attention that one of the male dancers gives Reiley an aerosol paint can to strike through the white heart that one of the female dancers has in the back of her sweater, taking the same concept previously seen in the music video. The performance finishes with the dancers leaving the stage, while Reiley keeps in the center, showing the white heart strike through in black. I want to comment that the performance was not bad, and vocally he was right, but maybe he will have to develop much more this staging. I was not impressed by the choreography made by the dancers. Also, I thought about the possibility of being discarded, and in the other hand, although the proposal could fit, it does not give enough impact. He has to take this into account if he wants to impress the audience. For the staging in Liverpool, it's wondering on how he pretends to show his proposal following the previous comments. Repeating the same dynamic seen in the national final could be a backfire, with the risk of being just one of the bunch. For now, they will have some work to do, and we will have to wait to see the final result when he gets on the main stage of next May. And you, what do you think about the Danish entry for this year? As usual, leave your comments down below to keep the discussion. And this is it for today's episode. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, enable notifications right down on the bell, and follow me in my social media. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.